on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks as they match up with Big Ben Roethlisberger, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With that, we're off to Pittsburgh for the home opener. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, we are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. And a peek now at the offense for Pittsburgh.
In the center for Pittsburgh, Marquise Pouncey, one of the most physical and agile players at his position in the league. A 7-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro. He's a keystone of one of the top offensive lines in the league.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So here are the Seahawks now with a long field in front of them. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And when I think of Russell Wilson, I think not just of the big plays that he's made, and those are considerable, but when they were made. 4th and 26 in a Big Ten championship game against Michigan State when he was with Wisconsin. A big completion helped lead his team to a victory. A big 4th down throw for a touchdown in an NFC championship game against the San Francisco 49ers. When the chips are down, this guy plays at a big level.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
They run the counter. It's Carson. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Here's Wilson to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
They run it with Carson. And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Vince Williams. Coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And then look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. Look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game.
180.
Throwing on second down, Roethlisberger. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Black 20.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
On first down, Connor looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner, coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season. They go draw play. This is Samuels. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he's got Moncrief. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll run here with Connor. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And there, the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
And what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Carson, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
And Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. They'll run on first down. Carson. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. 20 carries, 87 yards, and a touchdown.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they're going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. On first down, it's Carson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Hauled in left side here by Jennings. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. On third down, Wilson. He's going to wind up and air it out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Gary Jennings with his first career NFL touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. In there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now it's Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Devin Bush brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's Switzer. A very good return that time. 18 yards. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Roethlisberger. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just looking the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the 1st round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Devin Bush in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Switzer on the return. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked.
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Roethlisberger. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Wilson now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And Dixon over the middle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And, Charles, this infraction's going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. This is Carson. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The tight end, Ed Dixon, was the target. And now it's 3rd down. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. Wilson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Myers, the AFC's Pro Bowl kicker from a year ago. He was 6 out of 7 from 50-plus last year, and he converts another one here. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Roethlisberger got to get his guys to the line as quick as he can. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. We have hit an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson, left side complete to Lockett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. On first down, Wilson looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Wilson throwing again. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle. From the 45 on 2nd down, Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson over the middle, and it's incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go read option with Wilson. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. So that'll back them up 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the tight end Dixon left side. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Myers' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Easy.
Roethlisberger. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now this throw, it's complete. It's Moncrief with it. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Conner. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Roethlisberger dancing to his left. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a 1st.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
230. No foul.
Big Ben going to take it himself. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Normally when you run that play on 2nd down, you don't expect to be pushed backwards. But the defense got a strong push up the middle, and he'll wind up losing ground and setting up 3rd down.
They'll look to run with Conner. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 14-10. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Big Dwayne Brown, the tackle, guilty there. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Play action. Now Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
14,
Here's Wilson to throw. Going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete.
Easy. Tuck. You want no problem. You want no problem from me.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Wilson on target there to Moore. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
11 yards there, first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Wilson's pass complete to Van Ness. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. To throw is Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Wilson going to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carson. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Defense.
And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps it under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Mark Barron in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So that one will be accepted.
26 Mike. You can't block me.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Pass incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it'll bring up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
And Myers able to knock it through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Let's go.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Connor. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he's got Moncrief. There, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, Connor. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Roethlisberger. Able to hit his tight end, Grimble. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap